For quite a number of years now, I've been doing some studies on a number of groups, and there have been a few people pressing me to do a study on how these groups are taking young people out of the church. There are the teachings of Egyptology, Nubianism, Voodoo, the 5%ers, the Nation of Islam, and Rastafarianism. And the one thing I realized that all these groups have in common, they all reject Christ and the second coming of Christ.
Most people think great God will come from the sky, take away everything, make everybody feel high. But if you know what life is worth, you would look for yours on earth. And now you see the light, you stand up for your right.
So by rejecting Christ and the second coming of Christ and looking for yours on earth, you've now seen the light. Bob Marley made his open declaration of his rejection of Christ, but he wasn't alone in that era.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one.
What was the difference between their lyrical content? There was none. They were teaching the same thing. We both reject Christ and what he has to offer us for eternity. So this study, which I'll be doing very soon, will be titled Black Consciousness versus Christ Righteousness. And I'll be looking at all the teachings of these black groups and compare it with the teachings of European intellectuals, men like Charles Darwin and Friedrich Nietzsche, and show that they teach the exact same thing, that the human heart does not need God. But before that study will come out, I'm going to do a very small study called How to Study. There are many people being pressing me to teach people how to research and investigate. So this will be a study which will be coming out soon. That is, if nothing pressing comes out on the news or what's going on in the political arena, I'll be doing that study called How to Study. But throughout the rest of the year, I'll be focusing on restoration. I'll be still doing the two kingdoms, but restoration will be teaching people how we can go back to the image of God.
Everybody